still doing it.
And now, we're live. Yes, live from James Place. And we're talking
Barbershop Talk.
Yes, barbershop talk, where nothing is off limits and everything's on the table.
Everything's on the table. Barbershop Talk.
Come on, everybody. We're here at James Place.
Barbershop.
We're talking barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Where nothing's off limits.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk Live. We're live here at Jay's Place Barbershop, located at 1927 Olive Road. How you doing? Glad to see you. Thank you for tuning in to another special edition of Barbershop Talk Live. Listen, without you, would be no me. Thank you for tuning in. Listen, you got time. You still have time to call your friends, neighbors, co-workers, and even your enemies. Call your folks, tell them to tune in to Barbershop Talk Live, because today is a special day with our special guest in the hot seat, none other than Judge Ashley Wright. I said it. Judge Ashley Wright is in the hot seat today, so Barbershop Talk Live, tune in to the Barbershop Talk Live podcast. So listen, I want to make sure that you know what's going on, and again, got the special shout out to my people behind the scene, put this program together, my good friend Demetrius Johnson. Demetrius Johnson of Beverly's Body Butter right here in Augusta, Georgia, whip, Senate, shea butter. Listen, she got all kind of flavors. She got peach, tropical punch, island paradise, strawberry. So please, ma'am, please, sir, call her up. 706-564-5335. Again, that number is 706-564-5335. You got TikTok? She got TikTok. So why don't you hit up on TikTok again? It's Beverly's Body Butter, Whip, Senate, Shea Butter, right here in Augusta, Georgia. So listen, call up, hit up on TikTok, Melon Queen 1976. Listen, Barbershop Talk Live World again. Are you having a problem? Are you still dealing with that crisis? Are you still dealing with the problem you've been dealing with all year? Listen, talking about your trees removal, your pond maintenance, your grass cut, or some demolition work, or you still having that problem, call Alan Odom. Alan Odom with pond maintenance right here in Augusta, Georgia also. He will take care of those problems for you. Call him at 706-294-8493. That number again is 706-294-8493. Alan Odom with pond maintenance specializes in tree removal, specializes in demolition, specializes in maintaining your pond, or he'll build your pond. Again, that's my good friend Alan Odom. So listen, call him up, 706-294-8493. Tell him John from Jay's Place Barbershop Talk Live said, I heard about the deal. I want it. He will do it. The price is right and the service is great. Listen, before I forget, I want to let you know what's coming up next month. You need to know what's coming up next month. Next month is my old school 70s party. I said it, the old school 70s party is back. The annual event is coming back. So please, ma'am, please, sir, get ready. Get your Afro wigs, get your bell bottoms. Let's have a good time, all in the name of HIV awareness, HIV education. So listen, April the 18th, downtown Augusta, Georgia, at Augusta Common. The party is going to be live on stage. Crystal Mendengal in the Soul Tone and Vibe Theory. Also, my good friend Tony Howard and the Motowners. You know about Tony Howard, don't you? You know how Tony Howard get down. Listen, also, we're going to cap this show off with none other than the old school Zap. I said it. Zap going to be in town, going to be on stage, give you some computer love. So please, man, please, sure, go to Eventbrite. Go to angeliccommunity.com. Get your tickets, $35 in advance, $40 at the door, and $50 for the VIP. You want to get that VIP. You want to get the VIP. So Barbershop Talk Live World, please, man, please, sir, govern yourselves accordingly. But before I let you go and talk to the guest in the hot seat, don't forget about my good friend Lenny. Lenny with Gene Tasty Treats going to be at the Soul old school 70s party. Got some, I'm talking about some outstanding desserts, outstanding skins, ice, shave ice. Listen, get in the building, come out, support. Lenny is all over the city. He's at birthday parties. He's at weddings. He also does funerals. You never know. So give me a call. Again, his number is 706-305-6506. That's my good friend Lenny right here in Augusta, Georgia. Gene Tasty Treats. Listen, without further ado, you didn't come to see my pretty face. You didn't come to see my pretty white teeth. You come to see the guests in the barbershop talk loud hot seat tonight. I'm telling you, you want to get your pen ready, get your paper ready, jot down some questions, get into this conversation because you need to know what's going on in the CSRA and what she's doing, what she's trying to do for the city. Again, none other than my good friend, Miss Ashley Wright. How you doing, Ashley?
I'm great. How are
You
you,
doing
John?
good?
I'm glad to be here
Good
with
to
you.
see. Man, listen, it's good to see you in the hot seat.
It's good to be in the hot seat.
It's good to be in the, now, I don't know if you know, but the people wanted to know that you was coming. I say she's coming.
I'm here.
You here.
I'm here.
You here. You ain't just here. You here in the hot seat.
Did you have to drag me?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. We just made a few phone calls. we just set the date on the calendar.
It was easy.
And it was easy. Barbershop Talk Live, she's easy. Easy to talk to. I'm talking about a good person. So if you don't know who this is, you need to know who this person is. Barbershop Talk Live in the hot seat, Miss Ashley Wright. Judge Ashley Wright.
Judge is a title. Ashley is my name. I answer to all of it.
There you go. Listen, again, I've been knowing you for a long time. I'm talking about many, many years. So the crazy part about it, sometimes we got people that just tune in to Barbershop Talk Live when they just get off work, just get moving around the house, and they see us. They see us live. They don't know who you are. But I know. So look into that camera, Ashley. Can you give us a few minutes to tell the people of Barbershop Talk Live world who is Ashley Wright?
Absolutely. And again, thank you for having me here.
Okay.
I told you before, I don't love looking at my cell phone camera.
I got you.
So I'm real glad that we've got the setup that we've got right now. It's working for me. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm Ashley Wright. I'm one of the 6 now Superior Court judges in Augusta.
Okay.
Before that, I was not born in Augusta. I moved here when I was 4. We came when my dad got a job in Augusta.
Okay.
And I thought I was never going to live here when I left high school. I went off to school. I did some other things, and something kept drawing me back to Augusta.
Okay.
One of those was back when it was Augusta College. I was
way
taking
back,
some
way
graduate
back.
classes.
Way back.
I thought I might want to be a teacher.
Okay.
So I was working on my master's in English and education, but
Okay.
I've always been drawn to the law.
Okay.
I've always been drawn to trying to help people, and I saw that there was a way for me to maybe do that.
Okay.
And so while I was in grad school at Augusta College and working for a local nonprofit, I got a job. I applied to law school and I got in.
You got in.
I went to school in Mercer, which is Macon, Georgia. It's a little small school in a beautiful little town, and it was the first time I'd ever lived alone. I was a little bit nervous about it. I'd always lived with my family or had a roommate or 2.
Okay.
And so it was a big growing lesson for me.
Okay.
While I was in law school, I got a job at the end of the first year, and I worked my way through my 2nd and 3rd years of law school and
Okay.
worked for a really nice, small family firm in Macon, Georgia, and realized that Atlanta was not for me. I am not a big city girl. This is about as big as I want to
It's
do.
big enough. Okay. Okay.
So I had a job offer in Macon and a job offer in Augusta, and I decided I was going to pick where my family lived.
Come on to the Garden City.
Come on to the Garden City. And that brought me back to Augusta. I got hired at the district attorney's office.
Okay.
When I was working in law school, they kind of kept me in the library. I did a lot of research. I did a lot of writing.
Okay.
I did a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, and I wanted to go out into the courtroom and try something new.
Okay.
I did not think that this was going to be my career. I thought I'd go pick up a few extra skills because I was super awesome back
Okay.
then. And I got there and realized, hey, these people know a lot more than I do, and I can learn something.
Okay. And went on from there.
And so almost 22 years later, I left the district attorney's office. It was an amazing experience.
Okay.
Even the hard days were good, and there's some hard days in the law
I
at
can imagine.
every level.
I can imagine.
And then I got appointed to the bench and filled out the term of a judge, Judge Roper,
Okay.
Judge David Roper, who retired and
Okay.
is now doing some senior status work for us. And I've been on the bench for the last 9 years, and I'm running for re-election this year.
Now, Ashley, I pride myself on my good memory. I thank God for giving me a good memory. I can remember a lot of things. Now, I want to see how good your memory is.
Oh boy.
I'm going to check you out now. Now, do you remember the first time or how we met?
I remember who connected us, and I'm happy to say his name. He's
Okay.
no longer with us.
Okay. Okay.
But our state representative, Wayne Howard, connected
Wayne
us. You and I met at the Peach Orchard Road Zaxby's.
There you go. Your memory's good.
I don't remember what day of the week it was, but I remember it was in the afternoon.
At the Zaxby's,
And
right.
I think you were driving a Suburban.
Boy, your memory is excellent.
Blue or green, maybe.
You got a good memory.
Okay.
You got a good memory. Okay, all right. That was a trick
You want to hear the
question.
rest of the story?
Go.
It was told to me that you had some sort of a little situation that you wanted to discuss. I think you just wanted to meet me.
Your memory is good. Then got to be more careful. Barbershop Talk Loud World. Don't try her. Don't try her. That's great. That is how we met. Wayne Howard. Wayne Howard got us together. He said, "Man, I got somebody I want you to meet. You need to get in contact with her. Just see what kind of person she is, and just fill out." And me knowing Wayne the way I knew Wayne, all right, let's do it.
I worked well with him.
Yeah.
And a lot of our other friends in Atlanta.
Right. Wayne was a good people. Wayne,
He really was.
And to this day, he's definitely missed.
100%.
Definitely missed.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's how we met. At Zaxby's.
At Zaxby's.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I said, I told myself I'm seeking that trick you. And you didn't get tricked.
You can try again.
You try.
Keep trying.
Barbershop Talk Live World again. We are sitting in the hot seat talking to none other than Miss Ashley Wright. At this point, we're not just having a conversation. We have a conversation about what she's planning to do for the city of Augusta, Georgia, her plans, what she's done already, and what she's going to do. So right now, she needs your support because she's embarking upon re-election. Re-election to continue the job that she's doing here in Augusta, Georgia, and also for the CSRA. So Barbershop Talk Live World again, I want you to understand who she is, what she's about. And again, I can't tell you who to vote for. We want to make sure that you do vote. We do want you to vote. But again, Barbershop Talk Live World again, Miss Ashley Wright. So Ashley, again, what you telling us, the people that you're doing now, is you're running for re-election in the Superior Court judge seat. So before we get into all the tangibles of what's going on, we want to know, what is the job of a Superior Court judge?
Okay, well, that's easy and hard to describe.
Okay.
The Superior Court judge is a general level or general jurisdiction trial court.
Okay.
We're the highest level of trial court. There are several below us before you start getting into the appellate world.
Okay.
Most of what we do is criminal work, and we handle felonies,
Okay.
which are criminal offenses that are punishable by a minimum of a year of sentence, whether it's probation or incarceration or some combination thereof.
Okay.
The other biggest thing that we primarily see are domestic relations cases, and those are your divorces, your custodies, your child supports, your legitimations, name changes, and so we do a lot of domestic work. I think I told you I was supposed to be in a criminal trial this week, and on Sunday we realized that there was a hiccup, and that we did not need to bring the jurors in for that particular case, and that yesterday I had an emergency domestic relations hearing. And so, some days we're scheduled to do XYZ, and the emergencies come up.
Okay.
We handle some civil litigation. A lot of it gets filed in the state court, but some of it gets filed in the Superior Court as well. That's people think about personal injury or a car wreck or a medical malpractice or something like that. Most of those cases resolve without a trial, but every now and then people need access to the court, and we're trying to give it to them.
So most of the cases, again, are felony, you see?
Primarily what we do is felony criminal work and domestic relations, and Augusta is a circuit. We have two counties. We're Richmond County and Burt County. We used to have Columbia County, but they created their own circuit in 2021, and we've been
just kind of
working it out since then.
Okay, so now when you say minimum of a year sentence on most of the cases, that's a year and a fine, or just that's the time?
That's the minimum amount of time. Most fines are not mandated by law; they're discretionary. Some of them say they go up to 1,000 or up to this or that. There are a couple of them, like a drug trafficking offense that has a mandatory fine and a mandatory period of incarceration, which it seems real hard to think that people can pay $200,000 when they're in jail.
Right.
I couldn't pay it if I wasn't in jail.
Yes, I'm saying.
So we understand that that is a way of trying to get people to get out of the business, but we also understand that for most people, paying it is an impossibility.
So all courts are the same. When I say all courts are the same, as you said earlier, you're talking about the Burt County, Richmond County. Is there other counties that pretty much go by the same thing by their being in the state of Georgia?
Yes.
Same laws or whatever?
Oh, yes. So we have 159 counties in the state of Georgia.
Okay. All right.
And we have 51 judicial circuits now.
Okay.
We used to have 49, now we have 51. Some of them are one county circuits, some of them are multiple county circuits. Like a lot of those metro Atlanta areas, just one. It's too big, it's too many people, there's too much volume for them to really handle anything bigger than what they already have.
Okay.
Once you start moving out into the rural areas, particularly if you go down into South Georgia, some of those circuits will have 7 counties, but they still have fewer people than we do in Richmond County if you add them all up.
So what about my big little hometown?
Waycross?
Waycross. Got to be more. Listen, you are on your game today.
I got one I want to pull out in a second.
You on your game today, Ashley. I can't stump you up at all. I'm trying to. I mean, again, my hometown. I notice a lot of stuff going on down there. So the rules and the law still applies down there.
Across the state of Georgia.
Okay.
They're made in Atlanta.
Okay.
And they're enforced throughout the counties,
Okay.
hopefully consistently.
Okay. Okay. There's a stigma, and I remember what you're telling me. I'm good. I think I know you pretty well, and I'm good on your answers. But the crazy part about it, the people want to know. The people just want to know what's going on. So there's a stigma sometimes where it seems like there's a short end of the stick because sometimes some guys feel that the judgment is harsh, not fair. In your opinion, do you think that some of the judges are giving fair sentencing, or some people say we're just going by the law?
Well, yes. I don't monitor what all the other judges are doing. I really don't have a way of doing that.
Okay.
I try to explain sort of what I think my baselines are sometimes.
Okay.
And the goal of, and you're talking about in criminal cases,
Right,
obviously,
right.
but the goal of a criminal sentence is multifold, right? I mean, punishment is certainly one of them. It's not the only one.
Okay.
If it was only punishment, we'd lock you up and throw away the key.
Right.
And we know that that's a fresh set of heck when that happens.
Right.
Rehabilitation, giving back to the community, trying to make things right, giving a victim a chance to see a change, giving a community a chance to see a change. And there are so many people on probation now across the state of Georgia. It really is disconcerting. Statistically, it's bad. But so the way that probation is being monitored at the local levels, I mean, our probation officers really are great.
Okay.
And they care.
Okay. They care.
They really care.
Okay.
And but they don't have the ability to well supervise the volume that they have. So I don't know if I answered your question.
That was the right answer.
Okay.
So now what we're gonna do? We're gonna go to the chat line. Let's see what the chat line we got. Let's see where. I can't really see that. Barbershop Talk is always live. Let's see what we got here. Wanda's watching. Wanda Carla is watching. I don't see the chat. I don't see the thing. But we're gonna make sure. Yeah. But let me ask you this too now, Miss Ashley. What, in your opinion, well, not your opinion, just your answer. What is exciting about your job?
Oh, everything.
Everything.
So, like I said earlier, even the hard days are good.
Okay.
I mean, there are some hard days. There are some emotional days. There are some frustrating days. There are some. I tell people all the time, I fall in love in the courtroom with somebody every day, and my heart breaks in the courtroom for somebody every single day. My husband says when I come home at night and I've done an adoption, he can tell when I walk in the door. I waited 23 years to preside over an adoption. I thought I was going to fly home on my own 2 feet and wings that day. I was so happy.
Okay.
And we do a lot of trying to break families up in a civilized way, but we do try to put them back together. I have officiated 26 weddings.
26.
In 9 years.
Okay.
The last one that I officiated was on Valentine's Day.
So you can marry. You can marry.
Yeah, you got somebody in mind?
No. No, I don't. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
So my 26th wedding was a friend and a colleague, and they got married on Valentine's Day.
Cool.
And it was really sweet and really special.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you can do all justice and peace. Okay, you got a lot of hats you wear.
We do a lot, but we're in the courtroom most of the days.
Most of the day. So listen, we got to go to the chat line.
Okie doke.
And who would say? Question says, First, I want to commend the work that the judge is doing in the court.
Thank you.
Hold on, let me make sure I'm reading it right. Treatment-based approaches matter. On Saturday, you mentioned that you are currently 35 participations, which is significantly lower in the past years with over 1,000 pending felony drug cases. What hearings are what barriers are preventing more people from accessing this program?
I think I know what the person is asking, and
Okay.
thanks for reaching out about
Okay.
that. Back in 2009, Judge Jim Blanchard, who is now retired and a senior judge,
Okay.
and who I consider the grandfather of all of the accountability courts in this area,
Okay.
had a passion for creating drug court.
Okay.
That was our first accountability court. I was transitioning from being an assistant district attorney to the district attorney in that 2007 and 8 year when we went live with it in 2009, and we created the first drug court. Back then, everybody that came into the court was what we call pre-adjudication. They entered a guilty plea, but they did not get sentenced.
Okay.
We had a pretty strict vetting period or vetting opportunity back then, and we had a list that the federal government had given us of charges that could come into drug court and charges that could not.
Okay.
We had 4 participants. The
Okay.
first time we brought them in, they were like my babies.
Okay.
And you know, their success made my heart soar, and their
Okay.
failures or concerns made my heart break.
Okay.
And so I'm going to fast forward to get to the question. Since
Okay.
that time, our drug court has expanded into not only a drug court, but also a mental health court or a mental wellness court, and also a veterans treatment court.
Okay.
So the state of Georgia has put a whole lot of money and effort into supporting these accountability courts.
Okay.
The goal of them is to reduce the prison population,
Okay.
reduce the jail population,
Okay.
increase community safety,
Okay.
and prevent there from being just a rotating door of people getting arrested and
Okay.
rearrested and rearrested.
Okay.
And when the circuit split in 2021, Judge Blanchard went to Columbia County,
Okay.
and I took over the drug court in Richmond County and Burke County, and Judge Jesse Stone presides over the mental wellness court and the veterans treatment court.
Okay.
In the last 5 years, we have done a lot.
Okay.
And I'm getting to the answer,
Okay.
I promise.
That's cool. That's cool.
We've changed providers multiple times. Over the years, I don't even know how many
Now,
providers.
when you say providers, what you mean? We say
Treatment providers.
Okay,
We
okay.
provide intensive outpatient treatment to people who probably some of whom might qualify for residential, but we're really trying to serve them in the community because we want them to stay in the community.
Okay.
And we don't want them to leave and go to treatment and then come home and not be able to participate and be
Okay.
healthy.
Okay.
And so over the last 5 years where I've been presiding, we've changed treatment providers 3 times, which
Okay.
really has a devastating impact on the clients. We are now with a treatment provider that we think we're going to be able to stay with for a long time. The other ones weren't bad,
Okay.
but they might not have been the best fit for what we need for our population.
Okay.
So we now have the same provider in all 3 of those courts.
Okay.
We've also revamped the way that we admit people into the treatment court. It used to be that the lawyer had to propose their client, the district attorney had to say yes, treatment had to say they are clinically eligible because they are high risk, high need, that's who we served. They had to come before the team and say, please take me,
Okay.
and we could give them a this or a
Okay.
this. We scrapped all of that.
Okay.
It is so much easier now.
Okay.
The district attorney says they are legally eligible.
Okay.
The clinician says they need intensive outpatient treatment.
Okay.
They have to live in the state of Georgia.
Okay.
We used to make them live in Richmond or Burke County. We've expanded that if this is going to be your home to which you are intending to move.
Okay.
So we're trying to remove delays,
Okay.
residential barriers. There are some cases where it's just not appropriate for the person not to get sentenced.
Okay.
And so we now do pre-adjudication like we used to and post-adjudication, which means that they won't go to prison if they're on a prison track.
Okay.
We're keeping them here.
Okay.
Even better, a lot of people come out of prison and they don't know how to reintegrate into a community in a well-meaning and healthy manner. So the Department of Corrections and the Department of Pardons and Paroles reached out to our circuit because we have a high reentry rate from prison
Okay.
and asked us if we would be one of 4 counties or 4 courts to participate in a pilot project where people come out of prison or out of a transitional center
Okay.
and they come back into our court and we provide them with structure and support in the community.
Okay.
So we have opened up those doors a lot.
Lots.
We've tried to streamline the path. We don't vote yes or no anymore.
Okay.
It's just the DA says you're in, the clinician says you need treatment, come on down and we're going to try to help you.
A lot been going on.
We're looking for people. So the numbers were rising over the years. We hit COVID and went kerplunk.
Okay.
Across the state, I just got some numbers in the last few weeks. Across the state, the numbers of drug court admissions has really been flat.
Okay.
Since COVID. They are starting to rise.
Okay.
We have graduation next week, so I think
Okay.
we're going to graduate either 4 or 5 people next week. We try not to bring people in, the last 2 or 3 weeks of the year because we need to be able to treat them.
Right.
And we really can't do that during a holiday season, so we're sort of rolling admissions now. Like,
Okay.
you're ready, you can come next Tuesday or Thursday.
Okay.
And so we're really working on trying to get those numbers up. One of the things that has to happen is that the defense attorneys in town need to buy into it.
Oh, that's the
We
holdup.
need their help because
Okay.
it's hard, but so is getting repeatedly arrested or just getting arrested.
Okay.
It's hard.
Okay.
And they know that it's hard and they want their clients to be successful, but we're looking at long-term success
Okay. Okay.
and generational success.
Generation. Barbershop Talk Live again. I urge you, listen, I'm telling you, get into this conversation because she just told me something I didn't know. And I don't know if you knew it because, again, what you're talking about, actually, the people need to know what can they transition out of and be able to function in the community to make a better life for themselves and also for the generation.
It's a good question.
Yeah, good question. Keep bringing your questions on. Keep putting your comments on. Keep putting your concerns on. Barbershop Talk Live will make sure we answer any and all questions. Almost no questions off limits.
Almost.
Almost.
You know the rules.
Almost.
The rules are set by the Ethics Commission.
All right. So let me ask you this question because I know the people want to know, how long have you been practicing law?
30 years.
30 years. And most of that is here in Augusta.
All of it here in Augusta, and then the 2 years as a law clerk in Macon before that.
Okay. And Mercer University.
Mercer University, go Bears.
Go Bears. Barbershop Talk Live. We got a bear in the house. So now I asked you earlier, you was talking about the different cases that you had before you. How often now, Ashley? How often do you bring these cases home? So when I say bring these cases home, when you come home, it's time to relax, time you get with your family, your husband and the kids. Can you really be with your family and your husband and your kids, but you got these cases on your mind? How can you just tune it out and be a family wife?
Yes and no to all of the above. So I have a wonderful husband. I'm a newlywed, as you know.
Okay.
I've been married for less than 2 years.
Right.
My husband is a saint. God bless him.
Okay.
And
watching.
and he is watching,
He's
I
watching.
think, or maybe he's cooking dinner. I don't know.
Okay.
And we'll watch it together later. But he, he runs several businesses,
Okay.
and so we have a busy life.
Okay.
And we both bring stuff home at night. Ethically, I'm not really supposed to talk about a whole lot of what I've done during the day. And I can say, great day, hard day, super day, adoption day,
Right.
all of that kind of stuff, exhausting day, but we can usually read it in each other's faces. Do I worry about the people that come in front of me? 1,000%. Do I worry about the decisions that I make? 1,000%.
Okay.
Does it keep me up at night? Sometimes it does. Does my phone ring in the middle of the night with people from law enforcement needing me to wake up because
Right.
they're up and they're working? 1,000%.
Right.
So yes, it's a
kinda
20
hard.
it's a 24-hour job. Aren't I lucky?
Right. I can do it. I can do it.
Right.
It's made for you.
I taught children that had behavior disorders before I went to law school.
Okay.
It was the first time I had a job that made me not turn it off when I went home.
Okay.
And I thought, this is wonderful.
Okay.
I care.
You really care. And that's what you need. Because now here's another question, Ashley. With all of the things that's going on in the world now, when I say the world, mostly with the younger kids, the younger generation, they seem like they just go in every different direction. Don't have the respect for the elders. A lot of stuff going on. So what can the judge do? Not you. I'm just meaning the judge in general to do in the schools,
Right.
The community. Can the judge be more visible in the community? Can the judge be more visible in the schools, or maybe even in the churches? Because sometimes maybe they just go in, read a book to the kids, or just say, hey, pass out some lunch, anything. Can the judges be more visible in the kids' lives?
I think so, but
Okay.
at the same time, I don't know that we're the only ones. So it's, my court starts at 9. I sometimes get home at 6:30, 6:45.
Okay.
If I'm not there,
Right.
people don't get out of jail.
Right.
Right. Their cases don't. So there's a balance.
There's a balance, okay.
Last year, I got invited to read Across America at Bayville Elementary.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't want to leave.
Right.
They were so cute. The group hug that they gave me at the end, kept me floating for days and days and days.
Okay.
So yes, do we go to schools? I'm going to one tomorrow.
Right.
Is that my primary job? No, not really. But
Right.
my answer has always been, if you invite me and I'm able to come, I will. I'm not going to come force myself on you. I've done some programs.
Right.
I've done, I've worked in the alternative school doing some stuff. I'm happy to go give speeches. I go out for law day and talk to schools.
Right.
They have their own curriculum.
Okay.
I've been to Youth Challenge and spoken to those kids.
Right.
What do we do in the courtroom? Most of the people that come before me are 17 and older. Rarely are they that much younger. We just try to talk to them long enough for their blood pressure to go down so they can start listening and not be in utter distress the whole time.
All right, so let's go back to the chat line. We got Scotty McDuffie. He says, how frustrated are you to try to work as a DA? Wait a minute, let me make sure I read this right. How frustrated are you trying to work with a joke of a DA? Oh, okay. Let me read that question again, Ashley.
So let me say this, Scotty, and thank you for listening. Thank you for reaching out, and thanks for engaging.
Okay.
The district attorney used to work for me.
Okay.
I hired him straight out of law school.
Okay.
He lives near me.
Okay.
And we work together and we coexist well.
Right.
Everybody has a job to do.
Right.
Everybody has a philosophy about what that job is or should be.
Okay.
Insofar as understanding the nuts and bolts of how it really works, it's in some days.
Challenging.
Some days it's really easy to understand, and
Right.
some days it's really hard to understand. Something is happening in our community. I spoke with the sheriff and some people from the sheriff's office recently. They shared some good news with the bench, and that is last year we had 15 fewer murders than we did the year before that.
Okay.
That's a big number.
That's
it's a small number. It's at least 30 families, one on either side, that didn't have to go through that.
Right.
That's what we like to focus on. We like to focus on the successes and the positives. We're trying hard sometimes to reinvent a wheel. We know our jail is overcrowded.
Right.
We know that the conditions are not perfect.
Right. Right.
And I very much believe in the humane and decent treatment of people who are incarcerated at every level.
Okay.
We're working hard to get those numbers down.
Okay.
There are only so many courtrooms, there are only so many judges, there are only so many lawyers to go around, and sometimes you can move a lot of easy stuff, and we did that earlier this year, and sometimes you can just move a couple of bigger things, and that's kind of where we are right now. We're trying to balance both. Okay. So I hope, Scotty, I gave you some information.
I understand the question, and I understand your answer. And that's kind of what I was thinking earlier when I was talking to myself, to the point where when you hear about the cases of the drugs case, any type of case, I guess one of the questions I want to know is why it seems like sometimes the cases take so long to come to court, or even come to court, or either get a retrial.
Yes.
Is that because of the lack of the lawyers, the judges, or anything like that?
It's a little bit of everything, and again, I'm gonna go back to 19 and 2020.
Okay.
Before our circuit split, we had 8 judges for 3 counties.
Okay.
Richmond County was our most voluminous county of cases for everything.
Okay.
We had a lot of divorces up in Columbia County, but not a lot of violent crime. We have a lot more violent crime in Richmond County. COVID hit.
Okay.
The court stayed open, but we were prohibited by the Supreme Court of Georgia from bringing jurors into the courthouse.
Okay.
We could not demand that somebody show up for anything. We could ask them, but our juror demands are demands, so we couldn't let those people come in. We're not allowed. So we got a backlog.
Okay.
And we couldn't bring in grand jurors, so we couldn't indict cases.
Okay.
And so the district attorney's office actually ran 2 sets of grand juries to help us get out of that hole.
Okay.
Then the circuit split. So we had this backlog of stuff that should have gotten tried and didn't, and it's the oldest stuff, and we wanted to start with those people. And then the circuit split, and so if I gave up 200 cases to Columbia County, perhaps the complexity of those was not as significant, or the length of time it took to resolve one or try one was not as long. And so now we're getting stuck with the 40 murders that we had for several years in a row, some of which have more than one defendant, most of which are going to require trial, versus being able to handle a theft, a burglary, and a shoplifting, 3 different trials in 1 week in Columbia County.
Okay.
So that's part of the delay. Do you want me to keep going, or is that enough?
We're good. Hey, because again, the people want to know.
Yeah.
The people want to know what's going on. So Barbershop Talk Live World, again, you still have time to get your comments, you get your questions, you get your concerns. Put it on the screen. We'll make sure we answer any question, any concern. But let's let you know that tonight is a special night because we have in our hot seat Miss Ashley Wright, and she's running for election. Superior Court Judge. So again, we're asking all the questions that we need you to know about, and we want you to know because your vote counts. Your vote counts. So again, Ashley, while we're here before we go to commercial break, how can they support you? How can they follow you? Is there a website? They want to make a donation to your campaign. They want to volunteer. They want to whatever you want to do to help Ashley Wright in your campaign for a re-election. How can we do that? Now I'm good.
So I have a very rudimentary website, and,
Okay.
and it's called wrightforsuperiorcourt.com.
Okay.
Right now, all you can do on it is donate.
Okay.
They told me that they would build me a better website if I would go have pictures taken of myself, and you know how I feel about that. So I went and did that today. So it's getting ready to get, and I know people want to have a place to go to kind of learn about who I am and where I've been and what my journey has been.
Okay.
And I appreciate that, right? I'm glad people are interested. There's a Facebook page. I don't monitor it, but
got you.
it's, I think Superior Court Judge Ashley Wright or something. You can find it.
right.
I don't monitor it.
Okay.
I'm not a big social
not-
media
I
person.
understand.
I'm not
I
a big
understand.
scroller.
I understand.
But donations, of course, votes, of course, prayers, of course.
Right.
Talking to your friends, right? We're nonpartisan. We don't run as Republicans or Democrats or Independents. We are nonpartisan. We're on every ballot, no matter what you pull on May the 19th. We will not be on a ballot in November.
Okay.
So we're one and done
Okay.
in May, so it's a short season.
Okay.
And I'd appreciate your vote.
Okay. Barbershop Talk Live. We got another question. Hope we got it. Oh, Scott need a sign. Scott, we're gonna make sure we get your yard sign. You put in the chat your address. Or how can we get a sign?
They can just send a message and we'll get somebody to drop one off.
There you go. We'll make sure we get a sign to you.
And thank you.
All right. So again, Barbershop Talk Live. Can I pay a bill?
Sure.
Can I pay?
Everybody's got to pay
I got
bills.
to pay a bill. Listen, Barbershop Talk Live World again. We're going to take a small pause for the calls. We'll be back in a few minutes. But while we out, I want you to look at the screen, watch my good friend, Mr. Edward Wright. His business is Wright One Wellness Body Works right here in Augusta, Georgia. So we're going to be back with some more information from Ms. Wright, some more questions. Again, your concerns, please put it on the screen. We'll answer all the concerns. Again, we'll be back in a few minutes. 2 minutes.
Hello and welcome. Here at the Wright Bodywork and Wellness, we provide you with bodywork you can rely on to increase body improvement. WBW provides free consultations to better understand the reasoning for your visit. When a client experiences a WBW massage, they can expect it to be thorough and thought through. The massage is customized to each session. Muscles are handled with care, specifically and individually stretched. Creating a wellness vision to sustain a space of personal comfort, relaxation, and a state of well-being for clients that may endure. With over a dozen different modalities to fit your needs, so we can ensure a quality and well-addressed service. We provide excellent services to athletes and clients of all ages in need. If interested, call or visit the website to schedule your appointment today.
Barbershop Talk Live. We're back live here at Jay's Place Barbershop. Listen, that's my good friend, Mr. Edward Wright. Wright One Well Body Works. So listen, get in contact with him, support him. Your body needs it, your soul needs it, and also your spiritual health needs it. So again, that's my good friend Edward Wright right here in Augusta, Georgia. But listen, we're back with my good friend, Miss Ashley Wright, running for a re-election. But as I was on the commercial break, somebody stepped in. Somebody knocked on the door. Somebody knocked on the window. And guess who we got? Beverly's Body Butter in the hot seat, on the red carpet. She's in the building. Miss, how you doing?
Hello, everybody. Everybody, hello.
Got to be more careful. What did I got? What do this surprise here for?
I'm not going to stay on too long because we are here with this wonderful young lady, letting everybody know what's going on and her congratulations.
Thank you.
Everything people want to know.
The people want to know.
But I just want to invade for a few minutes because to let everybody know about upcoming events for Beverly's Body Butter. But before I get into that,
All right.
a special presentation because I'm still floating from the IHAs and did very, very well. Did very, very well. But someone who shall remain nameless was supposed to be there but could not make it.
Got to be more careful.
So, because of that, I had the distinct honor of bringing towards you and presenting to you on behalf of Jazz J. Paul Mosley, Chantel Francis, and CTC United Productions, the award for the Best Independent Talk Show for 2025 for the Independent Hustle Awards.
Listen, my grandma said, don't fool me now.
I'll tell you a joke before I tell you a lie.
The best
Yes.
Barbershop Talk Live.
Barbershop Talk Live. Once again.
Boy, I'm telling you.
Yes.
Miss Wright, do you see that?
I think it's fantastic, and I
Yes.
believe it.
You believe?
You won it.
Barbershop
Yes.
Talk Live. Listen, I thank you for the support. Thank you for the prayers. And keep the donations coming. Are they still coming?
The donation?
They still coming?
Yes. Yes.
The cash prize that comes with it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And we
Absolutely.
take this is a Florida trip. Come with the Florida trip, right?
Have your people call my people.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. I thank the voters. I thank the supporters because again, I'm nobody.
No.
The people want to know.
In the words of the late great Jesse Jackson, you are somebody.
All right.
And here are the schematics along with the award.
Okay.
Let you know you practically won by a landslide.
What?
Yes.
So these numbers telling the people that my numbers
Yes.
are higher than everybody else. Boy, look
And
here.
this is this is year 4. You won all 4
I
years.
think we have.
You're on the street.
I'm on the street.
You are on the street.
Barbershop Talk Live. Again, I appreciate you. We appreciate what you're doing, what we're trying to do, because again, the people want to know.
The people always want to know.
We're just doing it for the people.
Absolutely.
Miss Beverly's Body Butter, I appreciate you.
Absolutely. I'm proud of you, Uncle.
Listen.
Thank you.
Peach, mango, strawberry, island paradise. Call at 706-564-5335.
Yes.
Hit up on TikTok.
And follow me on all social media platforms at Beverly's Body Butter and on Facebook, on Instagram at Melanin Queen 1976.
Listen, do it. Now, can I ask you to do me a favor?
Of course.
I want you to do me one big favor.
What's that?
Get on out here. Let me talk to Miss Ashley Wright.
Done and done.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And look,
Thank you.
don't forget about one.
Can't twist
Miss,
the front
listen,
of the arm, sorry.
don't forget about April the 19th. Don't forget about April the 19th. We got an all-white affair. Listen, Icon Sports Event downtown. Let me be quiet. Tell them about it.
Of course, 4th annual Bring on Spring All White Affair is presented by Uprise Entertainment, sponsored by Beverly's Body Butter, Certified CEO Clothing. It's the 4th annual White
Right.
Party. And again, it's going to be taking place this year at Icon's Event Center, Saturday, April 19th from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, just throw this out there, too. This is the day after the Augusta Commons 70s
Old
party.
schools, it's going to be a crazy weekend.
It's going to be a stone gas.
It's going to be a crazy weekend. Boy, look
Of
at
course.
Afro wigs and Beverly's Body Butter in the
And
same.
bell bottoms galore.
To be
I'm
more
ready.
careful. Listen, come down, support the
Yes.
cause, support the community. All White Affair, Augusta Comet going on. Listen, at Icons going on. You listen, no excuse, no excuse,
excuse.
no excuse.
Absolutely.
Let's have some fun.
And for ticket information, reach out to myself, Bobby Bands, or Uprise Entertainment. Be sure to be in the place. We'd love to have you there. It's going to be some wonderful honorees, too. We're giving out awards this year.
Got to be more
Yes.
careful. Listen, I told you one time, get yourself out and go have a good time.
And-
Beverly's
oh,
Body
done and
Butter
done.
is in the building. Barbershop Talk Live
Got it.
again.
Good. Okay.
I appreciate the awards. Independent Hustle Award, Barbershop Talk Live, the best podcast in the CSRA, coming to a location near you. So keep supporting Barbershop Talk Live. Make yourself a donation. Make yourself a sponsorship. We'll be glad to have you. Miss Ashley, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for interrupting your time, but you never know.
That's worth it.
That's
Congratulations.
I appreciate
That's
it.
wonderful.
Again, on Barbershop Talk Live, you never know what's going to happen.
Don't stop.
Don't stop. Listen,
Yeah, we're going to look at that.
we're going to look at that. We're going to look at that. Barbershop Talk Live again in the hot seat is none other than Miss Ashley Wright. Again, she's running for re-election. Superior Court Judge. We're here in Augusta, Georgia. We're here in Richmond County. Miss Ashley, again, how can the people get in contact with you? How can they support you? Because, again, we got people that just tuned in. Just got off work, just got off coming from the gym, coming from the train. They need to know who you are and what you're about. So don't tell me. I'm good. The people want to know. How can they follow you?
Facebook,
Okay.
Superior Court Judge Ashley Wright.
Okay.
And we're gonna start posting more. I promise. I got my pictures made, and
All right.
there's more information coming. And then wrightforsuperiorcourt.com. You can message us if you need something. If you try to figure something out, it's not monitored 24 hours a
got
day.
you.
Again,
I
we
got
work.
you. I got you.
And
I got
but
you.
we'll try to get back to you if we can as quickly as we can, and let you know what we can.
Okay. Now, actually, during our commercial break, I have this little thing in my ear, and sometimes these guys talk to me in my ear, and they telling me what I need to be asking these questions. So here's a question that comes from my ear. Now that you're running for re-election, do you feel that you have done enough at this point to go back into that seat? Because sometimes the people feel like, I don't know, Ashley, I don't know, Tony, I don't know, Steve, but do you feel from the work that you've done over the years and the time that you've been in the community that you feel you need to be re-elected to continue your work?
I do. And what you're basically saying is, why me?
Why me?
Why me?
Why me?
For 30 years, I have worked with everybody in this community.
Okay.
I've been in every neighborhood.
Okay.
I've been in a lot of homes.
Okay.
I've been in a lot of churches, and I've been in the courtroom a lot.
Okay.
And that courtroom time is valuable.
Right.
The experience that you learn from going and seeing and the volume of cases is really instructive, right? So we learn from our experiences. We continue to develop, all of us, hopefully. And you learn things like if somebody has to take off work 5 times to come to court,
Right.
what's going to happen to their job?
Right.
Right? We need to be able to get these cases moved.
Okay.
If somebody has a working car, but it's 25 years old, mine's getting there.
Okay.
But a working car is the difference between 3 people in the family sometimes getting to work,
Right.
or nobody going to work, and we know what happens
Right.
with that.
Right.
I think that my record shows that I am open.
Okay.
I am ready.
Okay.
I am sometimes asking hard questions,
Okay.
but we're dealing with hard situations,
Okay.
and we're trying to find solutions. If you do it on your own, you wouldn't be in court,
Right.
right?
Okay.
And so I've been honored
Okay.
that the people have put their trust in me. I know that this is not my job. It is
Okay.
a job that the people give me every 4 years.
Okay.
And I've just gratified by their support over the
Right.
years, and I'm asking them to continue to support me.
Now, one thing I want to bring to your attention, and we said earlier in the introduction, I met you through Wayne Howard, good guy. I mean, again, we say he's truly missed. So that let me know that you already crossed the lines. You're already crossed over. You on this side, you're on that side. You in the middle. You can communicate with everybody. As you said earlier, you've been in every church just about. You've been in every community. You've been around Augusta many years. That being said, now Ashley, what have you noticed that's changed in the black community? When I say what's changed is, have you seen some growth? Have you seen some stagnant? Have you seen some decline? Because again, we're looking at it over all the years you've been around, seeing the goods and the bad. You know everybody.
Right.
So is a certain community feel, or you seen the difference, or you is it? I'm good, Ashley, but the people want to
Right.
know.
Yes. What I see is there seems to be, and is it in the black community? Yes. Is it only in the black community? No.
Right, I got you.
There seems to be a less willingness to take people at face value,
Okay.
which can be good. I mean, inquiring minds
Right.
do need
Yeah.
to know, and we do have to think, and we have to consider what the information is that's available to us. But I think that there's more of a rush to judgment, and part of that could be because these little devices that we all carry in our pockets and the information that's constantly coming at us. A long time ago, before I went to law school, I worked on a project that was trying to decrease teen pregnancies
Okay.
in Richmond County, because we had like the second highest teen pregnancy
Right.
rate and the first highest second pregnancy rate to the same mother.
Oh.
And we know what that does generationally to people and the likelihood that they're not going to graduate from high school
Okay.
and live below the poverty line for the rest of their lives.
Okay.
I see some regression in that.
Okay.
It's not restricted to one community.
Okay.
I think with the violence that we're seeing, it does seem to be contained to certain areas,
Okay.
but it's equal opportunity. And I wish that people had a better and stronger skill set of conflict resolution and discussion of problems without going straight to being angry and violent. We all
Okay.
sometimes need to take a step back. We all sometimes need to dial it down. And sometimes we just need to go home.
Just step back, take a break.
I sometimes give a speech where particularly with young people, and that's kind of the battle buddy, like leave no man behind, right? If you know that's what's getting ready to happen is a bad idea, you get yourself out. You're responsible for you, but you take your best friend with you.
Good advice.
Right? And I mean, if that's your best friend and you know it's not good for you, it's not good for them, you get your battle buddy, you get out of there. My guess is the air goes out of the room and something is prevented.
Right. Good advice.
And you're an unsung hero, but you're still a hero.
How important is education? When I say education, I'm talking about on every level, because it seems education is the key to the majority of the things that's going on, good or bad now.
Right.
So how important that you see is the education that we need?
Well, I think it's critical, and you have to remember now, I taught before I went to law school.
There
Also taught at Georgia Military College for 10 years after I started practicing law.
Okay.
I believe in education.
Right.
What does it do? It opens doors.
Opens a lot of doors.
It gives you some of those thinking skills that we were just talking about, and the ability to reason, and reason is a lot better for a decision-making framework than emotion.
Okay.
It sets you up to be able to get a job that can move you forward and be life-sustaining for you and for your family.
Okay.
And you know, I like to tell people, money doesn't solve problems. People do, but money helps.
Money helps.
And so with education, I mean, just the opportunities to figure out new ideas and new things and new ways of thinking and new experiences, I mean, that enriches everybody's life. We order people to get GEDs all of the time. I know that that's not easy either.
Okay.
I know there's a lot that goes into getting there and being off work and being available and taking the test and all of that. We're just trying to help.
So let's go back to the chat line. We say bring back home training. When I asked about the education, somebody said bring back home training. Scotty says that. Bring back the home training.
I can't say anything else.
Okay. Okay. Roger Pearson says can, qualify, and appreciate it.
How nice. Thank you.
You know, Rod is always watching, always. Let's see. Weston Custer said, very good podcast.
That's you.
Hey, that's you. Barbershop Talk Library. Who else we got on here? Scotty. Oh, Scotty just give you a thumbs up.
Hey, Scotty.
Weston Custer says, congrats. Nicole Page says, congratulations, cousin.
Aww.
So Barbershop Talk Library, again, we are glad to have you tuning in to this special edition. Miss Ashley Wright, again, running for Superior Court Judge, re-election. So now, Ashley, let me ask this question again. Here we are now. We're into this re-election season. We're to the point where you're trying to get back to the position that you're in now. What different would you do now? So now, when the election is over, you sworn in as the next Superior Court Judge. What different can we expect from you? What can the community expect that's different from coming from you now?
Well, the first thing that's going to happen is I'm going to keep going to work.
Okay.
That's the first thing that's going to continue to happen. We're always looking for new ways to innovate.
Okay.
One of my personal goals for the year was to have a better understanding of technology and AI, so that we could perhaps use it for good and not for evil.
Okay. Okay.
So that, I mean, for me personally, that was one of the things that I'm wanting to do. I am actually working on some communication skills.
Okay.
Right. You would think that somebody whose parents used to pay her to be quiet because I wouldn't stop talking would have mastered yet, but no, we are always works in progress.
Okay.
You know, I continue to go to trainings. I continue with trying to innovate our drug court. I got back from 2 days training last week. We're certified for another 2 years. But we came home with some new ideas because we went as a team and ways to keep trying to grow the program, offer it to more people, and do a better job with the people that are in the program.
So basically what you're saying, let's just say you don't win the election. You're not reelected, so you're doing the same thing as you always do.
Oh, if I'm not reelected? Right. Oh, I'm not thinking about that right now.
Okay, all right.
I don't want to speak that into being.
Well, because
you know,
I
don't know.
You know, again, you just who you are. You do what you do. So again, you won't always be who you are.
I'm not trying to sound cocky.
Okay.
But I haven't made a plan. My plan is to keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward. And I believe your plan is successful. Keep doing what you're doing. Barbershop Talk Library, again, she needs your support. She needs your donations. And most of all, she needs your vote.
Thanks.
You need to vote. Now, Ashley, as I said earlier, We're always being different on Barbershop Talk Live. You never know what can and what happen. We just saw we had somebody specially just come in and present a reward. So I don't know what's going to happen sometime, and I know the guests don't know what's going to happen sometime. Even the people behind the scene don't know what's going to happen sometime. So what we want to do, we want to make sure that they know who you really are. So that being said, what is something about Ashley that we don't even know? We don't know that, and it might be to the point that your husband don't even know.
Well, we're not going to tell what he doesn't know. So I'll tell you some of the things that surprised people is I played soccer for a year in college.
Okay.
I went to a really small school. It was kind of easy to get on the team, but I still played soccer for a year.
Okay.
I wish it was my last year. I wish I had done it more because I really enjoyed competitive sports.
Okay.
I solve problems by going out in my backyard and weeding. It is the repetitive nature of something that allows me the headspace
Okay.
to go out and try to think through problems. Like everybody's got a process, right?
Okay.
That's when my processes really start working.
Okay.
I have been called a cat lady before, and maybe a crazy one. I currently am pet free. I'm hoping I don't stay that way much longer. My husband and I are in negotiations about that.
Okay.
But we haven't made any decisions yet.
Okay.
And what else can I tell you? One day I think I might want to write a book.
Okay.
It won't be about work.
So that being said, here's my next question: what is your legacy? What would you want the people to be known for? Because again, you've done so much. You got 30 years in law enforcement and the judgeship. What do you want to be known for?
Helping people.
Helping people.
Helping people.
People. Okay.
Nothing. When a person, I went to Costco last night and somebody came over and just said, "Hey, are you Ashley Wright? And I want to say thank you for XYZ." Okay. And it wasn't anything I had directly done for that person, but it was something that they knew that I was passionate about through my professional life. And they just came to say hello and thank you. They said, "You help people." Okay. I don't know if you remember Charlie Webster, the sheriff.
Yes.
The last conversation that I had with Charlie Webster before he died, it was real close to the end of his life. And he used to call me little girl, and usually that meant I was in trouble.
Okay.
And I was in my 30s.
Okay.
And he said, "Little girl, sometimes you just have to help people."
Okay.
And he's right. So if I have a legacy, I hope that people say that I helped people, that I helped our community.
Okay.
And it was somehow better because of something that I did.
You try to make a difference.
Try to make a difference.
Okay. And I can feel it because again, I said earlier, I've been knowing you 20 years plus. And from the first day I met at Zaxby's to the now, you always been a phone call away. You never gave me no. You never say, "Listen, I'm too busy." I'm like, okay, this is a person. This is a real life person that understands what's going on. So I like a person like that. So we can also say that when it comes to the poll, when it comes to that election day, they're going to vote for the real Ashley Wright.
The real Ashley Wright.
And that's all we want. We just want to get the real Ashley Wright in that position to do what she's been doing for all these years. And that's what we're looking for, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's what we want. See, because again, I already know what the people think. They want to see that somebody that's genuine, somebody that's real. And when it come down to get into that poll and decide who they're going to vote for, they want the real Ashley Wright. So again, who is the real Ashley Wright? Somebody that's genuine, somebody that's caring, that's appreciative. And Rod said, kind. That Rod Pearson said, "You just kind." So again, Ashley, I want to thank you for coming on Barbershop Talk Live. Now, there's somebody that's watching that's inspiring to be like you. What are some of the steps they can take? As you said earlier, your journey, but some of the steps they can take to be who you are.
Well, they can keep learning, learn about your community, learn about yourself.
Okay.
Because both of those matter, and you have to find where your strengths are, and those thought processes will change over time as you build your strengths. Connect with people.
Okay.
Learn how to connect with people.
Okay.
Know that there's no one single path, whether you want to be in public service or whether you want to be a lawyer. There's no perfect path forward, but there's also no big brick wall that you're going to run into.
Okay.
Keep dreaming.
Okay.
Learn to ask for help.
Okay.
And learn to give help.
So, so basically, what you're saying, if I make sure what you're saying, just be yourself.
Be yourself.
Be the real that person who you are. Okay. All right. Barbershop Talk Live. Don't forget, you still have time to put your questions, your comments, concerns on the screen. We are doing our best to answer all those questions, all those concerns, all those comments. Barbershop Talk Live. Listen, when is the election date?
May 19th. It's a Tuesday.
May 19th. So we're a few months off.
Almost there.
Almost there. And again, you need the donations. You need the support. You need somebody. If somebody want to get some signs, your website is in the process of getting your website and your Facebook page. So again, what we need now, we need to support any kind of way. No big, no amount is too big, no amount is too small.
That's right.
Okay. All right. So what are some
Talk me up.
Listen. Follow Ashley Wright. Listen, if you want to know how to get in contact with her, go to the Facebook page. At bumper stickers. I saw bumper stickers on people's cars.
Yes.
I saw yard signs in people's yards.
Yes.
So you're out there.
I'm out there.
So you're doing what you have to do to get back in the seat. And I do believe once you get back in the seat, you'll continue to do what you've been doing for many years. So there's some situation that we have now that when you look at the crime that goes on the CSRA, what are some of the steps that the judges or the court has when people get out? In other words, it's the transitional things or some kind of programs. I don't know if we touched on that earlier, but there's some kind of programs that you have when you get out, they can still function in the community?
So if they're coming out of the prison,
okay,
it's really not so much us that are supervising them.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we don't see our success stories. You know why? They don't come back to us.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
Like you might run into them in a parking lot, or you might run into them at the Walmart or something, but you don't see them because they're not back in the courtroom unless they come in to say, like, I made it, which we love.
Okay.
But that's really more of a different branch of government than what we do. With our sentences, if they're still going to be under probation or parole, we try to give them some parameters. Just go get a job. Try to get some housing stability to the best of your ability.
Mm-hmm.
Try to not use substances that are going to poison your body and alter the way that you think about what's happening.
Okay.
Get help for your mental health struggles, whether you have a diagnosis or not. We all go through stuff.
Okay.
And sometimes you need a little perspective from an outside source to try to handle some of that. And if we're going to take care of our bodies, we need to take care of our brains.
That's what I see. Now, actually, I thoroughly enjoyed the conversation. I'm glad you had the chance to come in the Barbershop Talk Live hot seat. The hot seat. And again, to me, it wasn't so hot because you just did what you're supposed to do. You just let people know who you genuinely are. And I appreciate that. But what I have to do now, actually, I have to challenge you. I got to give you a challenge. Do you mind if I give you a challenge?
Please.
Now, listen, the only way we get challenges out, we have to give you something. And what I'm going to give you a red challenge flag.
Okay.
This is a challenge flag that came straight from I-20. Atlanta Falcons football stadium, the Mercedes-Benz football stadium. This is Atlanta Falcons challenge flag, straight from the stadium. So you have the challenge flag. Now, you know what we do when we give you a challenge flag? We give you a series of challenges. You have to do all that you can to meet and exceed those challenges.
Okay.
Now, once you drop that flag on the floor, I'm going to give you a series of challenges, and you have to make sure that you can meet and exceed those challenges. So whenever you drop the flag, the challenges will come to you.
Ready? 1. Oh, I hate littering. 1, 2, 3.
Barbershop Talk Live, she has just dropped the challenge flag. So now, actually, I got to give you a series of challenges. The first challenge is keep being who you are. The first challenge is continue to be in the community, continue to be in the schools, continue to be in the courtrooms, continue to be the person that you are, because, again, we trust Ashley. We trust Miss Wright. We trust who you are. We trust for who your face is. So, again, be who you are. Is that a simple challenge you can do?
I can do that.
You can do that challenge?
Yes,
Barbershop Talk Live, I think she can, and I know she will. So, listen, you've been challenged, and I know you're going to meet and see those challenges. Now, Barbershop Talk Live world, I got to give you a challenge. I'm going to give you a series of questions. Listen, if you pay attention to this conversation, you get a chance to win some prizes. The first prize is a $20 gift card from Chipotle Grill. All you have to do, pay attention to the conversation. Also, I'm going to give you a free blood pressure monitor courtesy of Piedmont Hospital and Barbershop Talk Live. Listen, I got 3 questions for you. Remember, $20 gift card from Chipotle and also a blood pressure monitor courtesy of Piedmont Hospital and Jay's Place Barbershop Talk Live. Listen, 3 questions. 3 simple questions. The first question, always a simple question. The first question is very simple. Tell me her home state where she was born at. I'm talking about what city was she born in. If you heard the conversation, you ought to know it.
I don't think I said it.
Where were you born?
Meridian, Mississippi.
You can't tell it. That's the
Cheating.
Well, we're going to switch the question. We're going to switch the...
I never said it out loud.
Yeah, you told me.
I'm watching out for him.
Okay, but I'm gonna do some more questions. Can I do another question?
Sure.
We're gonna still do 3 questions. We're gonna still do 3. Barbershop Talk Live. First, sketch that first one out. The first question is another simple question. How long has she been practicing law? That's pretty simple. You said that.
I said that.
You said that. Here comes another simple question. The first question is very simple. The second question is kind of tricky. The second question is, what school did she go to? What college did she go to?
Law school.
Law school.
Law school.
Law school. What law school did she go to? I think you said that.
I did.
You did say that. Okay, here we go. Now, here we go. Here comes the third tricky question. The third question is kind of tricky. How long has she been married? Ooh. Didn't you say that? You said that. I heard that part. Barbershop Talk Live. Here comes the crazy question. Listen, to get the questions correctly, don't forget you get a $20 gift card from Chipotle, and also you get a blood pressure monitor courtesy of Piedmont Hospital and Barbershop Talk Live. Here the first question again. How long has she been practicing law? You said it.
I said it.
And again, what law school did she attend?
I said it.
You said it. And how long has she been married?
I said it.
You said it. Barbershop Talk Live. Listen, the first person to give me all three of those questions, the first person to give me all three of those answers, get these prizes. Stop by Jay's Place Barbershop, 1927 Olive Road. Get your prizes. Get your prizes. Don't forget, next week going to be another special guest in the hot seat. Listen, if you want to be a guest on Barbershop Talk Live, just inbox me. You want to be a sponsor of Barbershop Talk Live, do the same by inbox me. If you got a product, a business, or any kind of event going on, please, ma'am, please, sir, inbox. We will make sure we support your event, your product, and all your service. So Barbershop Talk, guys, is for the people. We are here for the people. So keep watching because they never know what's going to happen on Barbershop Talk Live. Now, I heard while we was off camera that you sing.
That I what?
That you sing. That they didn't. That was.
Nobody wants to hear that.
Oh Lord! And they told me the wrong guest. I thought that was talking about you.
No. What do you want me to try to sing? That's
Don't
a good way to run your viewers
run
off.
my viewership down.
No.
Listen again, Ashley. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for being a guest on Barbershop Talk Live. If there's anything you want to tell the people before we go?
I want to tell you thank you for letting me be here. Thanks
Okay.
to the team that's helping us tonight.
Yes.
I appreciate y'all as well. Thanks to everybody who's watching, and I'd appreciate any and all support, including your vote on May 19th.
May 19th to be here for your notice. So again, get in contact with Ms. Ashley Wright. Support what she's doing. Again, all I need you to do is go out and vote. Vote, vote, vote. Exercise your right to vote because we know over the years the vote does count. The vote does count. So please, ma'am, please, sir, exercise your right to vote. Don't forget, May 19th.
May 19th.
Is the voting day. That's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday.
So, huh? Oh, let's check. We see somebody said we got some winners. Hold up, I can't pull it up, fellas. Mind acting up on me. Let me let my media guys see what's going on. Barbershop Talk Live. We're trying to find the winner to these questions. Again, we got some prizes. We want to make sure you get a chance to win $20 gift card to Chipotle Grill and also a blood pressure monitor courtesy of Piedmont Hospital and Barbershop Talk Live. Know your health. Also, eat healthy. Eat healthy and know your health, know your blood pressure status. Again, Ms. Ashley Wright, don't forget, how long has she been practicing law? What law school did she attend? And what is her husband's name?
Oh, how long have I been married?
How long have you been married? That was
the third one.
That was the third. So again, those answers are simple. Those questions are simple. Get the question correct. I need one person. Give me all three answers. Again, you come by Barbershop Talk Live, Jay's Place Barbershop, 1927. Get your prize. Listen, don't forget about the vote. I want you to vote. I want you to vote. Please, man, please, sir, vote. Don't forget about April the 18th, Old School 70s Party, downtown Augusta, Georgia, and also April the 19th, a white affair. My good friend Demetrius Johnson, Icons Sports Bar. Please, man, please. Don't forget about my good friend Mr. Gene Tasted Treats, sweet treats, snacks, skins, all of those. We got an answer to the question?
Yeah,
we got a winner?
You said how long she's been practicing law, right?
Yes.
We got Roderick Pearson says 30 years.
All right.
We have West Augusta say 20.
All right.
Yeah. So
We need one person to give all
30.
three answers.
30. Okay.
We need one person to give all the three answers.
All right. We got Rodney Pearson said Mercer.
All right.
He's on it.
All right.
All right. West Augusta said Mercer as well.
We got these prizes. We got these prizes.
Rodney
And
Nicole Page said 2 years of marriage.
all right, we need
I said less than 2, so that's correct.
so we need one
Coming
person,
up on 2.
Yeah, so one person that gives all three answers. Roger got all three answers?
Roger Pearson.
All right. Roger, stop by Jay's Place Barbershop, 1927 Olive Road. Get your prize. Get your $20 gift card, courtesy of Chipotle, and also your blood pressure monitor. Know your status. Get your numbers correctly. Get them numbers under control. Again, we're looking at forward to see you at 1927 Olive Road. Ashley, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for taking the time out your crazy busy schedule and away from your husband for moving it. To sit in the hot seat. We're glad to see you. Listen, now watch this camera. I want you to do something with me. You got to see this camera here?
Yes.
Now I want you to follow me now.
Okay.
Whatever I do, you do the same thing. You ready?
Got it.
All right, on the count of 3, you're going to just do what I do. You ready?
Ready.
See you later.
See you later.
And now, we're live. Yes, live from Jay's Place, and we're talking
Barbershop talk.
Yes, barbershop talk, where nothing is off limits and everything's on the table.
Everything's on the table.
Barbershop talk.
Come on, everybody. We're here at Jay's Place.
Barbershop.
We're talking
Barbershop talk.
Barbershop talk.
Barbershop talk.
At Jay's Place.
Barbershop talk.
where nothing's off limits.
Barbershop talk.
Barbershop talk.
Barbershop talk.
Barbershop talk.
Barbershop talk.
Barbershop talk.
At Jay's Place. Barbershop talk.
Everything's on the table.